Hey guys, well, it's time to get another fourth weapon, so let's do it. Alright, so in the last part we got Lu Xun's fourth weapon. This time around, we're gonna get Ma Chao's fourth weapon. In order to do that, you have to go to the Battle of Tong Gate, play under the Allied forces, and obviously play as Ma Chao. There we go, let's do it. Alright, so the level itself, it's not the hardest level in the world, but it's not easy either. As for the fourth weapon is concerned, the conditions aren't really as hard, so, I'll probably be struggling, but, we'll see what happens. Anyway, the intro and the conditions we know, the equipment, the weapon, we have a Steel Stallion as our third weapon. I could have gotten something better than a reach of 5, but I have gotten this weapon before, and, like I said, for me, it's easy. And, I will be struggling for sure, but I've used a lot worse than a reach of 5. So, it was mounted attack and defense, and I'm hardly on a horse to begin with. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to say weapons, the items, the same 5. So, the Way of Musu, the Elixir, Tiger Amulet, Tortoise Amulet, and the Red Hair. Alright. The bodyguards are at 8, and that's pretty much it. Let's do it. So I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do as a whole, but I'll still show you step by step.
Fool! Cao Cao's invasion is merely an excuse to attack us.
I know. But if we do not move, he will have all of Guanzong in his hands. And that traitor Cao Cao killed my father and brother. I shall avenge them. I know that it's a trap, yet I will still fight. This is our land. We shall protect it. Don't let a single soldier of Cao Cao's through Tong Gate. All units, prepare to intercept.
Alright, so we're going to start killing some troops, and the conditions itself for the fourth weapon, what you need to do, I'm going to pause it for a second, that way I can get it all as a whole. You need to approach Cao Cao to get the cutscene between Ma Chao and Cao Cao. That's the first thing. And then the second thing, make sure Cao Cao heads to the northwest, because once he gets to the northwest, and he'll approach Han Sui, and there'll be a cutscene between those two. Then a little bit after that, Han Sui will defect. I think I mentioned this in the Musu mode of Ma Chao's. We didn't trigger it, but here, we're going to have to trigger it. So you'll get to see it. But once that happens, moments, I don't know exactly how long, because it took a while for it to pop up, but the supply unit will appear a little bit after, Han Sui's defection. So once that happens, just make sure you keep an eye on that dialogue, waiting for that supply unit to appear. Alright, so let's do this. Alright, so on my normal approach to this, because I have gotten it before, and we're going to go for not Xiaohui 1. That's what I would do normally, but here, because for some reason before I do a little practice run of it, just to make sure I know what I'm doing. For some reason, I always do a lot better on the recording than the practice run, so, we'll go for Cao Hong and Cao Ren instead of Xiaohui 1. Really? That works. Whoa, that does not work. Wow, clash much? What is going on? Alright, let's get rid of everyone here because there's just too many. I don't know why I'm getting sent flying at random moments, but maybe because I'm getting, well, I got rusty after that little mishap. Alright, this should shut him up for a bit. Alright, now we got Sao Hong and Sao Ren here. Oh yeah, and big tip, I think I mentioned this in the Musa mode, but these three, Sao Hong, Sao Ren, and Xiahou Yuan, for some reason, their defense is, either the defense or the health is through the roof, so it'll take a long time for you to kill them. Alright, hopefully he doesn't shield. There we go. Wow, what an idiot.
You're a better general than I have heard.
Yeah, I don't know if I saw that properly, but apparently one of the enemy troops sent one of our troops flying, which wind up killing Sao Hong. I could be really wrong on that right now, but I could have sworn that's what I saw. Alright, so now, once we defeat Sao Ren, we'll approach Cao Cao. And I think we're going to lose all of our bodyguards in the process. You can only imagine how it would be with no bodyguards. I mean, I could handle it. It's just, I'd rather not be 10 times worse than it is now.
I defeated an officer. We must be triumphant.
Yeah, I was going to say, where is that guard captain? 'Cause I could definitely use some health. Even better, a healing ointment. Alright, so now we'll approach Cao Cao. The reason why we are skipping Xiahou Yuan is because, well, this is technically my third time trying to go for it. And that's because, well, I'll tell you after this.
Cao Cao, how dare you try this? They're coming along the Wei River.
I eat guys like you for breakfast.
Han Sui, Yang Qiu, Li Kang, come help us. Cao Cao, I shall avenge my father and brother.
Okay, well, if you're going to try to,
Be careful.
you know, if you're going to try to approach Cao Cao, make sure you don't have your horse like I just messed up there because, you know, you will lose your horse because there's too many crossbows and archers for you to, you know, if you manage to dodge it, then, you know, power to you. But there was no way I was going to dodge all that. Anyway, so, like I was saying before, reason why we're skipping Xiahou Yuan is because we're going to need somebody down here, and this is my third attempt going for it. So, and that does not help at all. Anyway, so, reason for it is, because every time I defeat Xiahou Yuan, for some reason, or I defeat all three down there, because I improve tremendously in comparison to the practice run. Well, let's just say, once I defeat all of them, our allies in the bottom, which is basically Ma Dai and Peng De, will start attacking Cao Cao. And he won't move. And you need him to move up to the northwest where he'll meet Han Sui. So that's why that was my third attempt, because, well, it's because we can't get Cao Cao to move. And that's probably why that when we did the Musu mode, that didn't happen, because, well, yeah, obviously. So now that he's actually moving up, we could actually go and defeat Xiahou Yuan. But doesn't look like he's going up north even more, so let's just go to the northwest and defeat the, what's left over here. I mean, it's a small map, so I don't have to worry about going on foot. Yeah, I had to think of a plan on the top of my head because of the failed mishaps. So let's just go and defeat the rest of them. I mean, he's starting to move up. You can see right away. You need that cutscene in order to proceed, and if you don't get that cutscene, you're not getting that fourth weapon. So attack Zhu Ling for now. Here he comes. Alright, Zhu Ling's down. We'll go for Jia Shu next.
Let us begin.
And believe it or not, just based on the level itself, Xu Huang is actually not that difficult. I mean, in comparison to the other three. I mean, you haven't seen Xiahou Yuan yet, but it's surprisingly not as difficult. Which, like I said, I mean, it's really surprising, but you'll see.
We must be triumphant.
There we go. Did he get health back? Well, I'm just losing my mind.
Impressive.
Alright, Xu Huang's down.
Is this it? Does it all end here?
I defeated an officer.
That's one way to do it. Alright. I just want to make sure. Yep, I lost them all. But who cares? I'm not going for points.
We must be triumphant.
Han Sui, put away your soap.
Cao Cao, what are you up to?
You and I have been friends for a long time. Come now, don't you think we can just talk this over?
Alright, so that's the cutscene that I was talking about. And, this is the little bit of a challenge part. Well, challenge part. That is, if you have the other three still alive. Because when I have done this before, I had all three. Jia Shu, Xu Huang, and Zhu Ling all alive. Just make sure Han Sui's alive, because he needs a defect. I mean, that's a bit of common sense right there. So, just make sure he doesn't die, because if he does, then you're not getting the fourth weapon, like I said. And when he defects, I'm not 100% sure on this. Just make sure he stays alive after you defect. Well, he defects. Until that dialogue saying the supply unit has appeared. I mean, I'm not 100% positive. But I don't think you have to defeat him. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can defeat him, because I think that's all you really need to do. But I always play it safe and make sure that, he's still alive before that supply unit appears.
Lord Ma Chao! Han Sui seems to be confiding with Lord Cao Cao!
What? Lord Han Sui? It can't be.
Alright, so we're getting closer now. The music will change once he defects.
You're a better general than I have heard.
Yeah, we'll turn to the music of, well, the main music you'll find is in one castle. I don't know the name, the title of it, but you'll hear it, and you'll know what I'm talking about. It's in one castle if you play under Cao Cao's forces. I think it's called Hurry Up, but I don't want to be, I don't want to say something that I know when I'm not 100% positive. But I'll correct myself in the description. But I think it is called Hurry Up. Anyway, Han Sui should be defecting any second now. I might as well get rid of these crossbows. The only problem is Han Sui is going to be at full health. Yeah, so if you have him getting, well, if he's like near dead and he'll defect, he'll have that same amount of health. So it could help having him getting hurt a little bit, but you don't want to risk killing him. Alright, so we're almost done here.
Impressive.
You know what? Let's go for a Shushu. There we go. He defected.
Show them our strength.
Yeah, in Dynasty Warriors 4, I'll mention a little fun fact. In Dynasty Warriors 4, you could actually prevent that from even happening. And that's a little thing that you need to do to unlock something, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll talk about that. That's Dynasty Warriors 4. I mean, I'm not saying that's going to be my next thing. I'm not going to say it's not. But I'll talk about all the questions that... I got numerous questions, and I'll say it right now, and I'll reply to it. But I will respond to all questions at the end of the... at the end of this Let's Perfect, when it comes to my future, like my other projects and all that. So you're not getting health back. Here we go. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Is this the end?
Okay, now we wait for the supply unit to appear. I mean, it takes a while. So, I mean, for the last few times I went for it, and I think it's going to happen the same here. It will take a while. So for now, let's just go and find help. There we go. and the supply captain is, you know, incredibly weak. So there we go. Now we got the 4th weapon. All we need to do now is defeat Cao Cao, but I'm not going in there with this much health. That's a no-no, because I know I will get killed off easily, and I know there's a full thing of health over here, and might as well grab my horse in the process. So yeah, if you're gonna go over here with all the crossbows and archers, make sure you're on foot, because if you do what I did, you will, you know, you will lose that horse. I mean, like I said, if you manage to get out of that, get on your horse and get away, or, well, I mean, you can always use the golden harness. But anyway, let's go and defeat Cao Cao, since that's the only thing that's left. I mean, we could always defeat Xiahou Yuan, but let's see here. How much time? 16 minutes, you know. Let's just defeat Cao Cao. I mean, that's not our main objective, defeating everybody. I mean, I'll do that if I need to, but I have the 4th weapon in hand, and I do not want to do anything stupid because, well, let's just say this. When it came to the 4th weapons, I was given a dare by a friend of mine, personally. And he said to let me do it without, oh, I have to do all of them, well, 4th weapons anyway, without using any saves. So I'm gonna take that challenge on and doing it without saves. I mean, it's recommended, but I'm not gonna do it. Plus, I hate skipping battles and saving and all that. I mean, not skipping battles, like cut the battle off. I mean, if I have to pause it, if I have to, but, whoa, there we go. Alright, he's almost dead. But it won't help if the guard's starting to, you know, do that. And Cao Cao doing that. And that. Alright, let's get rid of his guards first, because that's becoming the hassle. Because, yeah. Because he would have not gotten that health back if it wasn't for the bodyguards. Because, well, that chain reaction. Anyway, he's almost dead. And he almost killed me. So, let's just play it smart.
It cannot end here. Not yet.
And that's a win. Alright, so that's 7 down. 34 more to go. Let's see how long that took. I mean, we kept Xiahou Yuan alive, but that was for within reason. And Han Sui, because we didn't need to defeat those two. So, there we go. Alright, so nothing. Here's the 4th weapon, the Steel Dragon. It has a, I mean, it tells you right here, but I'll say it anyway. Has an element of fire within the attack. The jumps at 21, mounted attacks at 60, mounted defenses at 60, and reaches at 21. For me, not the best 4th weapon in the world, unless you basically go the entire time on the battle, well, in the battle on a horse. That's just me, because I'm never on a horse. So I'll try it. But, you know, I can't promise you it'll be good. But when it comes to that, I would strongly recommend equipping the golden harness because, well, that prevents you getting knocked off when arrows hit you. Anyway, items. Nothing. Alright, so we got the 4th weapon. Who cares about the points because, well, you see we're at max. Alright, we'll save. And there you have it. You've been watching my gaming adventures, and I'll see you for the next part, which will be Sun Quan's fourth weapon. Peace.